Shavua Tov, everyone. Due to war circumstances, I wasn't able to post before Shabbos, but I thought better late than never. I'm Yuval, your normal Zionistic Jew, trying to put the philosophical message of the Torah into practical terms. Last week, we read Lech Lecha. Now, in Lech Lecha, there's a lot of interpretations about what Lech Lecha means. Go from yourself to somewhere, go onto yourself, go within yourself, go spread out the message of God, go and figure what that message is. There's many types of interpretations, but one main concept of all the interpretations, which is correct, and it's regarding where you stand at that time and period of your life, is that you have to get up and go. You have to just get up and go. And going is scary. It's a scary thing. There's lots of obstacles on the way that you can fail, that you can fall, that you can get hurt. But just get up and go. Abraham gets up and goes from Haran when God shows himself to him by words, by speaking, and tells him to go to Canaan, to where Eretz Yisrael is going to be. And he just gets up and goes. Now, I'm going to sidetrack here for a second and say that today, I think differently than most, if not all, consensus at the moment, that of course, back in the day, Abraham and everyone, all the Jewish people in those days were a lot higher and a lot closer to God than we are. And I think that's a false presumption, because back then, God came to Abraham and spoke. Imagine if today, God appeared before us. Try to imagine that. It's impossible, but try. God appeared before you and told you to do something. Of course you would do it. There's no reason why you wouldn't. But in today's times, we haven't had God clearly speak to anyone for thousands of years. Okay, the Klippa has just built upon itself, but yet we are still Jews. We are still following the Torah because of our faith. So I think our faith is a lot stronger than what it was back then. Now going back to Abraham. So Abraham got up and went. Now, of course he feared, but he went up anyways. Now what happened? The moment he reached Canaan, God tested him. There was a famine. And what does Abraham do right away? He runs away. He runs to Egypt. He leaves Canaan, as God told him, and goes down to Egypt. And down is a specific word that says it in the Torah. He didn't go up to Egypt. He went down to Egypt. Okay, and then he gets to Egypt, and then he suddenly realizes his wife is beautiful and they're going to kill him. And then he tells her to tell the Egyptians that she is his sister. So Abraham ends up sinning and taking the wrong decisions time after time. But there is a teaching in Hasidus that says that if all your wrongdoings over time lead you to do tshuva, to go back and connect with God, then all those wrongdoings are actually going to turn into mitzvahs once you return to God. So anything leading up to you returning to God will become positive. Now that doesn't mean, of course, that you can go around and do bad things and say, one day I'm gonna go back to doing tshuva. Of course not. But if you have wrongdoings, but your way is to go towards something good, those will turn positive. And yes, it's scary again, I know. And how do we turn this into practical terms? You know, you might be scared to leave your home, just like Abraham had to do. You might be scared to go to university, to find a job, to leave your job and to find a new one, to start a business, to marry the girl that you love, to have children, to start a family, to start learning Torah more often, to do mitzvot. You might be scared of the obstacles on the way. You might be scared of failing. You might be scared of finding out that what you thought isn't what's real and then being disappointed. There's millions of things that can go wrong. But the main point of this parasha is to overcome those obstacles, get up and get moving, because at the end of the day, if your thoughts and your direction is going towards a good place, then Hashem will make it happen, And any mistakes that you have along the way, any wrongdoings that you do, will become positive. So I wish you all that you have the strength, that you get the strength to get up and to move and to go, whatever it might be, and just do it. And may you succeed and bring the Shekhinah to earth. Shavua Tov.